Hey there, and welcome to another episode on the Beach Boss Influencer Show. I'm Adrienne Lindeen,
I'm Carrie Hyam.
And I'm Fran Laubscher.
and on today's episode, we're going to share with you our most successful no prospecting formulas. Because actually, I know this is crazy to hear, but our businesses started booming and thriving once we stopped prospecting, right? I know you're probably like, what? How does that even work? So, if you're a network marketer, a direct seller, affiliate marketer, and you're tired of like the endless prospecting where you don't get much in return, you're in luck because in this video, we're going to reveal those our most successful and our favorite no prospecting formulas that we personally use that help us ditch ineffective prospecting altogether and attract thousands of high quality people and grow our business beyond 8 figures in less than 3 years. It's so crazy. So make sure to stick around because we're about to reveal not one, but 5 of our best marketing formulas to help you stop using prospecting and chasing uninterested people and attract the ones that want to be a part of your tribe.
Let's dive into it. So, I love this quote by John Melton. John Melton, he's a leader in this space. He says, if you don't want to be a prospector for life, you need to learn how to market. And it's so true. So many times, we tell people, like people are telling us, oh, I have like, I suck at being a salesman, right? Like I suck at sales. Well, sales is actually like, if you want to make sales easier, tell really good stories, right? Become a really good marketer. And one of my favorite formulas, formula number 1 that we're going to give you is problem, agitate, and then solution. So, how this might work, it all comes down to story. Like stories, like I don't know if you've heard this, facts tell, stories sell. It's absolutely right. When you can get really good at telling a story and painting a picture of a problem or a pain that you were going through, maybe a fear that you had, and then you get good at like agitating or twisting that knife, it becomes really easy to present a solution to someone. And I can actually tell an experience that I had, which is kind of personal, where I bought something because there was an ad that came across from a company that spoke directly to that pain that I was going through or that problem that I had. So when I got pregnant with my daughter, I had never experienced it before, but I broke out in melasma. So it's like you start getting like black patches, dark patches all over your face. And I remember like that first time we were in Mexico, we were in Cancun with our network marketing company. We had earned this trip, right? And my husband, as we were at the pyramids there that are down there, the Mayan ruins or whatever, he looked at me and we get on the bus and he like starts trying to wipe my face and he goes, your face is dirty. And I was like, my face is dirty. And he's all like, it's not coming off. And I was like, maybe I just got, some extra sun or whatever. So anyways, from that moment on throughout the rest of the pregnancy, like I got more and more dark patches all along my face. We're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Come to find out, I go to a dermatologist. He's like, it's melasma, but we can't treat it because you're pregnant. We don't want to like, put bleaching agents that's going to get into your bloodstream or anything. So anyways, I have Demsley. And I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, my face, right? Like I had all these dark patches all around it. We come over to my in-laws' house and we're sitting down for dinner. And my father-in-law looks at me and he goes, wait, I think you've got something on your face. Your face looks dirty. And I was like, that's it, right? Like it had happened a few months before. Now all of a sudden I'm hearing it again. He's like, oh, maybe it's just freckles. Like all of a sudden he felt bad, right? Because he's like, I just pointed out this flaw in my daughter-in-law's face. And I was like, it's just my melasma or whatever. And I remember feeling like so self-conscious. Like, have you ever been there where you're like, everybody's staring at me because of this one thing that, and that's where I was at. And I remember I go home that night and all of a sudden an ad comes across my phone on my Facebook, on my news feed. And it was all like, And it's a woman talking about how she got melasma during pregnancy, and there was this one cream that she used, that worked. You know how fast I bought that one cream? Because that one ad was speaking to pregnancy melasma, which was a problem. And she went in and she agitated. She's like, I was pregnant. All of a sudden, I started getting all these dark patches. I thought they would go away after I had the baby. They weren't disappearing even near as fast as I thought that they would. And it was this one cream that she used. And so I want you to think about your own stories. What is it that you're selling? What is it that you are trying to put out in the marketplace? What stories do you have, whether they're your own stories or maybe they're even stories of people that you've helped, could be people on your team. What stories do you have? And create a story bank that anytime things happen, you're putting it. Maybe it's a Google Drive or a Excel spreadsheet, whatever that is. Start writing down all of these stories. It's an ordinary story, which Fran was going to talk about here later. But those stories are what can sell that problem, that whatever it is that you want to sell. You don't have a selling problem, you have a story problem. Eileen Wilder always says that. If you're not selling, it's not a selling problem, you've got a story problem. Get really good at telling stories.
The second formula is grow, engage, promote. And this is key. This is key to your success in your network marketing business, because the problem that most network marketers have when most network marketers start, and I hold my hand up, and this is exactly what I did, is I join a company, I've got all these products, I'm so excited about it, and I just go and promote the heck out of it to every single person that I know. And I start making my list of 100 people, and I start just talking to everybody and finding a way to bring it into every single conversation I have. And I was doing it the wrong way around, because very soon I ran out of people to talk to. And if you run out of people to talk to, then you have nobody else to promote your stuff to. So yes, absolutely. When you first start network marketing, speak to your warm audience, because they're the people who you have this know, like, and trust with. But the key to success is to grow an audience of people who are actively searching for your products, actively searching for your opportunity or for an opportunity, another network marketing opportunity. Grow that audience. Build genuine relationships. So when we say engage, it's building genuine relationships, putting the content out that they're looking for. Okay, like Carrie saw that post or that ad, for the cream that would help her with her melasma. Put the content out that is going to resonate with your audience, and build real relationships. And when I say build real relationships, I mean actually be a normal human being. Okay, treat other people as normal human beings, not as dollar signs, not as your next recruit, not as your next customer. Get rid of the hidden agenda. Okay, which for me was hard to do. I admit that. It was always like, well, how can I, like, oh, this person looks good, like I want to recruit them. They need my product. Like, how can I bring my amazing product into the conversation? And instead of doing that, build real relationships, be a normal human being, because when you do those two things right, you can promote whatever it is that you want to promote. You can promote anything to them and they will buy, because they're the right people and you have know, like, and trust. So you have influence over them. So whatever it is that you want to promote, you can just go and promote. You can tell them all about it, whether it is your favorite water bottle, whether it is a book that you've read, whether it's your product, whether it's your opportunity, whatever it is, they're going to listen. They're going to hear you, because they love you, because you've treated them right and you've treated them as human beings. Okay. And you're the person that they're following, and you're the person who's giving them all the help and the solutions. And you're probably the first person that's shown up on social media who actually is the one that they've been looking for, the person that they've been hunting for, the person that they've been, dreaming of finding. So be a good person. I think that's my bottom line, is be a good person. Be the person that you would want to, that you probably found, and that you would want to. I had something that I was going to say, and it literally just left my head as I was about to say it. So So I don't know what it was. Anyway, Adrian, you carry on. It might come back in. It might come back in. It might not.
Let me know if it comes back, Fran. So I want to share with you the third formula, and this one is so simple, but it's so effective, and that is the how to blank without blank. Okay, so in this formula, you're basically saying how to, and you're going to insert a desire without, then the next blank is inserting a struggle or a pain, right? And so this is super effective in creating curiosity, right? Because people want to know what's in it for me, right? So when you are marketing, right, it's okay, well, how do I get that result but without having to go do all this other stuff? And that's really what people want to know. Like, what's in it for me? How is this going to work? This is my pain. This is what I'm struggling with. And this is what the outcome I want. So an example, in using this formula in your marketing that's highly effective is, like how to, so if you're, think about maybe the industry that you're in, and I'm going to give you a couple different examples across the board, but, how to naturally turn back the clock, okay, stay young and healthy without starving yourself or sweating it out for hours in the gym, right? Because people associate, oh, if I want to drop 5 pounds, so how to like drop them up and top, or, how do I lose weight without counting macros 24/7, right? So think about like what result, like what desire do people want through using your product or, joining in the industry and becoming, joining the business side, but without the pains of those things. And like another example could be how to get a ton of free traffic, okay, without having to spend months of work, time, and money, right? Or like how to get slim without, having to live on lettuce and water, right? So think about those things and, inside your business and how you can position those marketing strategies in what you're doing to, grab attention and speak directly to the people who are out there looking for your solution, right? And you're just like, oh my gosh, how did they know that I want to X, Y, and Z without having to, X, Y, and Z? So it's literally such a simple formula that you can implement into your business, like today on your next post. Maybe you're trying to get more eyeballs watching your reels, watching your TikToks, watching your live videos, and you simply inserting that piece in there can grab people's attention and get people to stick and stay or get more curious and want to know more and reach out to you. So I really like that.
I love that. I love that. And what's great is you can take that formula that Adrian just shared, and what you can do is you can actually plug that into the next formula or the next piece of marketing, which is curiosity posts and the curiosity post formulas. And this was honestly like, other than video and like going live and doing video and talking with people about these things this way, or about network marketing and about our lives and about how we could help them, curiosity posts was one of the biggest ways that we all grew, and we all grew quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so with the curiosity post formula, one thing you need to understand is that what you do in between your curiosity posts is going to make or break whether or not a curiosity post actually works. Like Fran had talked about in the growing piece, you have to be growing that audience with the right people, so that when you do these curiosity posts are being seen by the right eyes, the right eyeballs, right? Because so many times people are like, oh, I'm using the curiosity post formula, but it's not working. Well, who are you connecting with? That's the first thing that we ask, right? So all of these formulas that we're giving you, they kind of intertwine together. But when it comes to these curiosity posts and these curiosity posts that sell for you using this formula, make sure you're connecting with the right people and make sure you're doing them consistently. So many times when people get started inside influence marketing, they think, oh, I'm not going to do any posts about my product. I'm not going to do any posts about my business. And then they stay stuck where you're like, this is the one formula that you want to be using at least a minimum once a week for your products and a minimum of once a month to like a big like enrollment spree is what we like to teach people to use. And so it's kind of a hero's journey, if you will. So it starts with grabbing attention. You're going to grab attention, and then you're going to tell the story of your struggle. And so if you think back to the story that I shared earlier when I was talking about the melasma that was on my face, right? I took you guys through a little bit of that dark alley, that story of struggle that I was going through, where this is what happened. Here's the emotion around it. This is how I felt, right? After you talk about that, you then give them the light at the end of the tunnel. You give them hope, right? We're giving them hope. So it starts, I'm in this really dark place. Then I found hope. So if you go back to that story, it was an ad came across my phone, which was a woman who was pregnant, who had melasma, just like, and she talks about that. And then she says, but I found this one thing. And then she gave this solution, right? So what is it? What stories do you have that you can write, use in written form? You have your story of struggle. What's that dark alley? There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's the hope that you give that person as you introduce a solution. And then you give them a call to action. And most people, they leave off the call to action. If you're not telling people what they need to do next, you're leaving money on the table. So, story of struggle, light at the end of the tunnel, give them a solution and a call to action. And I promise you, if you use this and you use it consistently as you're connecting with the right people, that's when those stories really start to take effect and result in customers and result in teammates joining your business.
Absolutely. And so Formula 5 is the storytelling formula. Now, this could actually slot into, how to blank without blank. It can slot into, curiosity post. It can go into your lives. It can go in everywhere. But the telling a story, you take an ordinary event, you add an emotion, and you have a story. Okay. So, I'm going to I've got a couple, but there was once, and it was just I had just turned 58. And I walked into my local supermarket and I bumped into somebody that I hadn't seen from the gym for about 10 years. And she looked at me and she said, "Man." And I said, "Hey, how are you?" And she said, "My God," she said, "you never age." I had just come from the gym. I had no makeup on. I was sweaty. I had my workout clothes on. And I thought, let me just pop into the supermarket and get some stuff, and then I'll go home. And I said, "Really?" Like, I was feeling like shit. All right, I walked in there and I thought, oh, yeah, I'd looked in the mirror before I walked. I thought, oh God, you really look like shit. And I walked in and she said, "Oh my God, you look amazing. Your skin never ages." And I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "What are you using?" And I said, "Well, actually, it's the serum that I'm using." And she said, "Well, like, tell me what it is, because I need it, because like literally I feel so old and you're looking amazing." And I said, "That's what it is." And then there was actually another story. Anyway, so yeah, she became a customer because she'd seen me and said, like, "You literally look the same as 10 years ago in the gym," and she was comparing like for like, because I was, no makeup. Obviously I don't wear makeup when I go to the gym. But we were recently on holiday in Mexico and Robin looked at my face. She said, "Mum, have you had Botox?" I said, "No." I said, "Well, I don't know." But actually said, "That stuff's working." And then I happened to turn around and I saw the woman who makes the skincare that I've been using. Okay. And so this is a couple of years later, changed companies, left the company that I was using the skincare that had made such a difference to my skin. So I'm using different skincare now. And obviously that stuff made a difference. Okay. I mean, it all compounds Anyway, I went running up to this woman and I said, I love your skincare. Like, this is just like magic. And Robin had said to me, like, I can't believe what your skin looks like. And you obviously haven't had Botox. I said, no. So I went to this woman and then I was telling all the beaches about it and like, on her brain street, like, tell me what it is. Like, I need to get this stuff. Because this woman is in her 50s and looks like she's about 30. And yeah, anyway, take a story, add a little bit of emotion, and then tell that story. And it is by doing that you create that you dig into the pain, the struggle, the dark alley. Okay, you add the emotion and then you tell them, but here's what happened. So you give them a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. But telling stories is the oldest form of communication, and it is an art that is often forgotten. So, think about, think about when Robin was a baby and I could used to tell her stories at night, and read books and tell stories, and kids love stories, but everybody loves a story. Everybody loves a good story. And, when you have an experience, when you have something like that, I was also going to the gym and I walked in and I said, oh my God, like, I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. He said, Fran, I don't know many 60-year-olds who are lifting weights the way you're lifting weights. So stop beating yourself up. You're doing bloody well. Okay. And he made me feel really good. Okay. And he said, like, I thought, okay, all right, maybe I'm not doing that badly. Okay. And I'm building muscles and I'm getting strong. But you tell that story, when you was feeling like how you were feeling, and then somebody lifted you up and, and tell stories like that, because it helps to build that relationship. Then people see you as a normal human being. Even if you don't have a call to action to join your company, even if you don't have a call to action to buy your product, it may not be about your product, but it builds that connection. It builds relationships. It tells people like you're somebody who's just like them. And it helps to build that relationship.
Absolutely. Well, we just gave y'all 5 formulas to up your marketing game and ditch those annoying prospecting ways. And I'm telling you, you're going to see your business definitely go boom. But let us know in the comments if this information was valuable to you. If you're somewhere where you're viewing this and you can comment, let us know in the comments. Feel free to share what one of the main struggles you're facing right now in your network marketing business so we can create our future content for you. And if you'd like to learn how to attract your perfect prospects and become the hunted and not the hunter, click the link in the comments to grab our social recruiting secrets. And don't forget to join our free online community with over 30,000 network marketers just like you to discover the secrets to grow your business using social media and automation. You can find the link in the description below. Bye for now.